Hello everybody, Moarhammer here, and I've got another battle report for you. This is a 2,000 point battle, my Tzeentch Arcanites against kind of a weird army. It's mostly destruction, but it's kind of narrative to deal with it. I haven't got an army breakdown for this, I'm afraid. I just haven't got them together yet. But I'll run through my army with deployment. So, here is the picture of deployment. And on my side of the board, starting on kind of the left in the middle with those trees, I've got a unit of 10 Kairic Acolytes. Then I've got, onto the right of them, I've got 6 Skyfires and a Tzaangor Shaman. I know. But they're really good, okay? Then in the middle I've got a big block of 30 Tzaangor, and they were going to go and beat up some stuff. Then in the middle of them I've got a Gaunt Summoner. Then to the right I've got a Fatemaster, and he is my general. And to the right of them, I've got another unit of 10 Kairic Acolytes and a Magister. I will go through the army breakdown at some point, probably the next game, to explain what artifacts and what they've got. But this is kind of a bit of a weird game. I just thought I'd throw it out there to get out there, because it's kind of fun. So, and the reason why is because of my opponent's army. What he had, starting on the far left, well, I say far left, on the middle left, he has 2 Ogre Tyrants. Then in the middle he has a Bonegrinder Giant, a Giant Cave Squig, and then another 2 Ogre Tyrants. And then to the right, kind of on the right objective, he's got 5 Sabretusks. And then over here in the bottom left-hand corner, he has got 3 Draytons. Now they're kind of a weird thing from Forge World. It's worth checking out though. So, because I wanted to kind of deal with those Draytons, I didn't want them getting into me, I decided to take the first turn. And I jump over my Skyfires to the Drayton. I do sacrifice D3 and take 2 mortal wounds to damn terrain to get +1 to hit. And if nothing else moves forward particularly far, I didn't really want to get charged by anything that was fast just yet. Hopefully come at me a little bit and I could deal with them as they came. I also charge my Fatemaster forward. He's kind of behind the house on the right-hand side. He's just going to go in and start doing some damage, hopefully. But he's fairly hard to kill, so that was my plan. I do end up killing a Drayton with my Skyfires, and then I charge in with the remaining 5, so the remaining 6 Skyfires into the remaining 2. These are separate units, they're not one unit, which is a bit annoying, but is what it is. After all the combat phase, I managed to kill 1 Drayton. I don't kill the other. I absolutely fluff my rolls, even with Skyfires. Apparently they're not just faultless. And one of them is down, and I've only got 3 wounds left, but he ain't dead, and that is not good. Over here, my Fatemaster did charge into one of his Tyrants. I take 2 wounds, I do nothing back, but hopefully this should be good enough to tie them up. When he attacks back with his Drayton, he does kill a Skyfire, which is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. I can live with that. So we go into his turn, and he comes forward a bit slowly, not super fast, which I'm fine with. He's not going to be able to charge me if he gets a double turn. At least I don't think he can charge me if he got a double turn. But that big Bonegrinder Giant in the middle was scaring me a little bit. I wasn't sure what I was going to do against him. So that's all his movement. He's got no shooting, so we go into the Drayton. He attacks again. He does kill another Skyfire, which is a bit annoying, but again, these things are actually way tougher than they look. They've got 8 wounds apiece, a bunch of damage. They're really good. Then my Fatemaster attacks, does nothing, unsurprisingly, because he's got a bit of a floppy stick. And then my Skyfires do manage to kill the final Drayton, so that's really good to have them at least clear and out of my corner. Now I can concentrate on the rest of the big angry stuff in the middle of the board. So I basically push my Tzaangor forward. I use a Destiny dice to run them, so they're getting quite far up, and hopefully I can get in a decent charge into the Bonegrinder Giants. My Skyfires on the left-hand side move up in preparation to shoot at the Tyrants, and I flee with my Fatemaster away from the Tyrants. I didn't really want to be sticking around there dying for too long. I flee him just behind the house where my Tzaangor are at. You can barely see him, but he's there. Trust me. And I think that fleeing him was probably the big mistake I made in this game. So, Skyfires shooting, they do 4 wounds to one of the Tyrants, which is fantastic. And then I make a big old charge against the Bonegrinder, so I'm standing here, slamming into here, and it's going to be, hopefully, a decent amount of wounds, putting him down far. And surprisingly, because I have 30 Tzaangor, and they all get 4 attacks each with their big weapons and their rend 1/2 damage, I actually delete the entire thing. It was brutal. Oh. I was really impressed, actually. I wasn't expecting to do that much damage to him, so that was fantastic. So, we go into his turn. And I kind of didn't... I'm about to get charged by 4 Tyrants. I have Mystic Shield on me, but I do not have Inspiring Presence on me, which is not good at all. Also, there's the Giant Cave Squig that's about to charge me as well, so this is going to go really well. He has no shooting, so we go to the charge phase. They all manage to make it in. His Cave Squig attacks first. He kills 6 Tzaangor, which is brutal. I pile in. I do a bunch of damage around the place. I put 15 wounds onto the Giant Cave Squig, 5 wounds, 4 wounds, and 3 wounds onto some of the Tyrants, respectively. And actually kill the 4th Tyrant, which is fantastic, the guy that was wounded from Skyfires. And then he attacks with his other stuff, so his Tyrants slowly hack away a couple more Tzaangor. Over here, his Sabretusks did charge the Kairic Acolytes, and when I piled in, I think I did a wound to 1, so nothing particularly impressive. Over here, my Fatemaster just can pile in, does a couple more wounds to the Tyrant, and manages to kill him outright, which is fantastic. I was not expecting that. Really good show. And then his other Tyrants pile in and attack, and when we go to the Battle Shock phase, almost all of them disappear. I've got 2 Tzaangor left, which is brutal. But I've still got my Skyfires. Over here, his little catties do kill 4 Kairic Acolytes, which wasn't too bad. I could live with that. But then almost all of them flee from Battle Shock. I roll like a 5 or a 6, and I lose all but 1 of my Kairic Acolytes. These guys are cack. But you know what? It's fine. So we go to the initiative roll, which is a bit of a tough one, but I do manage to win it, which is fine. So my Gaunt Summoner casts Arcane Bolt at the Giant Cave Squig and kills it, and then my Skyfires move up towards the Tyrant, deal with it, and in the middle, my Fatemaster is going to try and deal with the other Tyrant, at least keep him occupied. I decided that my Skyfires are going to shoot the Tyrant on the right-hand side, and they just kill him outright, so my Fatemaster is left there sort of, whoa, what's going on? And then this guy only had 1 wound left, so I charge in my Tzaangor Shaman alone, and then over here my Magister piles into the... I forgot to mention this in my hero phase. The Magister casts Spoon of Mutation on the doggies, and I managed to bring in a Chaos Spawn. I had 50 points of summoning in my summoning pool, so might as well. Here my Tzaangor alone managed to finish off the last wound onto this guy, so that's pretty good. And over here, my Spawn managed to kill 1, and then with my Magister and the Kairic Acolyte, and the Spawn together, I am able to kill all of the Sabretusks, which is fantastic. So there you have it. A very quick but no less brutal game. Really, really enjoyed that game. It was interesting playing an army that's not really an army, because obviously he's got a battle line in there. It's all characters and big things, so it's quite fun to play with that. But yeah, so I really enjoyed that. I guess there's not really much to say about the army. The Tzaangors were brutal but could not take a hit. The Skyfires weren't as good as I was expecting them to be, but I did roll absolute pants, so I'm going to try them more because Skyfires are awesome. So, yeah, I think that's just about it. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for another Battle Report.